Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Warvillas. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. We have Raiders Live presenting here tonight is the Senior Night 2019. A very special evening for these young ladies as they come out here. We have a nice little ceremony for them. Talk about, obviously, their many contributions, not only to Wapahani Lady Raider basketball, but just to Wapahani High School and the Selma community and everything that they have achieved so far here throughout their tenure out here at Wapahani. So a very nice evening as we will get things underway here momentarily. We will start off here with Katie Zeiger here in just a brief moment. Again, we do appreciate you all for joining us here this evening as we will start off here with senior Katie Zeiger. So Jeff and Tammy Zeiger, her parents, escorting out her out here on the floor this evening. Again, she's been, I think, the manager out here now for the last 2 years. 2 or 3 years now for the girls basketball team. She used to play back in middle school, which I've gotten to know a lot of these young ladies through the years, with them only being a grade ahead of my sister. I've got to watch them play quite a bit of basketball through the years and watch them grow. And Katie, obviously, pretty nice little basketball player in middle school. Decided to hold off on things in high school, but man, she sure has accomplished a lot while out here at Wapahani. So next here we have Harley Boggs. Again, she's being escorted here by her parents, Charlie and Stormy Boggs.
4 years student council, 4 years RAD, 4 years Red Rose.
Again, a lot of accomplishments and achievements throughout her, not only out here at Wapahani, but many of other things. Competes a lot in 4-H, does a lot of stuff through her church. I know she does the socks, kind of like a fundraiser kind of ordeal where she collects socks. Just a lot of, smart student. And that's one thing about each one of these ladies. Katie Zeiger included, and Carly, and Dawson, Sydney, Dayton. All these ladies are very, very smart, and they bring a lot to the table, not only on the floor but in the classroom as well.
Our next senior is Sydney Cook.
So next up here will be senior Sydney Cook. Her parents, Bob and Julie Cook, escorting her out on the floor here this evening. Again, Sydney, very smart student, excels in basketball, also cross country, track and field. She does a lot, with 4-H as well. There's just, and that's one of the biggest things. You just don't necessarily, most of these ladies are not just held to one sport. They're multiple sports. I think a lot of times nowadays, that's one thing that I think people always talk about and recognize, that you have multi-sport athletes here, and it's good. Keeps them out of trouble, I guess, so to speak. But just brings out the character, I think, even more. Next here we'll have senior Dayton Lee, being escorted there by her parents, Chris and Akayla Lee. Again, Dayton, she competes in basketball, obviously softball, which we're really looking forward to that this year, and hopefully they'll have a strong softball season here for themselves, but excels in both basketball and softball. Obviously another very smart student, very nice young lady. We want to wish Dayton the best of luck throughout her future endeavors here as well. Next up we have Miss Dawson Stevens, being escorted here by her parents this evening.
4 years of basketball, 4 years of track.
Again, she's played all 4 years of basketball out here.
3 years of Riley Club,
obviously has been a real trooper of things here. Just a lady that, just contributes so much. The work ethic and just the always has a smile on her face, and willing to, put her neck out for others, doing the right thing. And, just overall, very nice young lady, very smart as well. And we just want to wish Dawson the best of luck, as well as Carly Boggs and Dayton Lee, Sydney Cook, and Katie Zeiger. We want to wish them all of the best of luck, not only throughout the rest of their senior year, but also throughout all of life's endeavors. We greatly appreciate them, and being able to broadcast their games throughout these last 4 years has really been a joy here for us on the broadcast. And like I said, I know from personal experience and watching these young ladies play basketball all these years, they're very fine young women that really go out there and put it all out there on the floor each game. But like I said, most importantly, excel in the classroom as well, and out in the community. And that's where it really counts the most. So want to send out a big thanks to them and to the coaching staff for allowing us to broadcast their games all these years, and want to wish them the best of luck in all their future endeavors. So again, that's Senior Night 2019 ceremony. Again, we have the pregame coming up, and then obviously the national anthem, tip-off, much more to come here on the WHS Network. We're just getting started here, folks. We have the Lapel Lady Bulldogs taking on your Wapahani Lady Raiders here this evening from beautiful Raider Gymnasium. We'll step aside here for a break, and we'll be back here with more on the WHS Network. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome back live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com, here with the Raiders Live pregame edition of, again, here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium here in Selma, Indiana. We have the 14-7 Lapel Lady Bulldogs taking on your 14-6 Wapahani Lady Raiders. Again, we appreciate you for all joining us here this evening, again, for Senior Night 2019. We just had the ceremony just a brief moment ago. We hope all of you got to see that. If not, you can always go back and watch it. But we're in store for a good one here tonight, folks. Lapel, brand new coach, brand new coaching staff in general here. Some new faces a little bit here to this Lapel Lady Bulldog basketball team, but still much of the same, traditional, good team, good players. They're going to go out here. They're going to fight for every single basket. Fight for every possession, and so it's going to be an interesting night of Lady Raider basketball here this evening. Obviously, having that added importance, if you will, to tonight's game of it being senior night here for Wapahani. You want to come out here and you want to take care of business just in general anyway on your home floor, but especially being senior night, you want to end things on your home court the right way. And so we're hoping that Wapahani will be able to do that here tonight. Coming off a big game over the weekend there, Friday night, the Wapahani Lady Raiders traveled to Union City and defeated the Lady Indians by a final score of 87-85 in 3 overtimes. That game was originally supposed to be played on Saturday night, but due to the the wonderful weather that we get here in the state of Indiana. They end up switching that game from Saturday to Friday night. That's why we were not able to cover the girls' game Friday, was because we was at the boys' game at Randolph Southern Friday night. So that's why we could not get there for that game. It just put us in a unfortunate predicament there, because we don't want to think anybody, that one sport is more important than the other, and so we felt bad about that, not getting out there for the girls' game last Friday night. But unfortunately, we can't be two places at once. If we could, then we definitely would have been. But that was definitely a game to definitely watch there last Friday night when Wapahani was able to get the win. So hopefully now they're able to use that a little bit and just build confidence. You look at the end of the season, and you're 14-6. Obviously, we've had a strong year, but we haven't necessarily quite ended the season the way we would have hoped. Before the victory at Union City the other night, we just haven't been playing very good basketball, and I don't know necessarily the reason why. We haven't been able to get off to a good start. For one thing, offensively, we haven't really found our shot. Defensively, we started faltering a little bit, and I don't know. It was just hard to explain. But I tell you what, last Friday night we kind of had our coming out party from an offensive standpoint. You put up 87 points. I don't care if it was in 3 overtimes. 87 points is a lot in a basketball game. And so I'm not saying, every game you're going to score that amount, but, you need to find that offense again and again and again. And hopefully your defense shows up and you can put more of a mark on the ball game with your defense. But, offensively, if we can get it going early and often, obviously the better off we are. But we'll see what happens here tonight. Like I said, you're playing against a tough team here in Lapel. It's going to be a tough battle here for us. They've always kind of been a little bit of a thorn in our side, so to speak. So this is a big game for them, big game for us. And you have your final 2 games of the season tonight, and then Thursday night we're at Shenandoah. So 2 important games to wrap up the season. You want to finish the regular season on a strong note, then head into sectional play next week. Guns a-blazing and going on all cylinders and really playing some great basketball. Speaking of which, we'll get into the sectionals, getting into that probably a little bit more on Thursday night. Then we'll have a preview show probably coming up either this weekend or sometime in the first part of next week, because I think it begins next Tuesday night, if I remember correctly. And that's all the sectional games will be at Sheridan High School, so it's a little bit of a drive to get down there, about an hour and a half drive or so. So we're not exactly looking forward to that per se, but looking forward to the games, and hopefully the Raiders can get 3 big ones down there at Sheridan. But really, until then, you come into this game here tonight, Lapel averaging 53.7 points per game. Wapahani at 52.4, so relatively right there at the same mark from a points per game standpoint. And also points allowed right there the same as well, 43.9, might as well say 44 for Wapahani and 42 for Lapel. So both of them right about the same mark from a points scored and points allowed. Shooting percentage from an overall field goal percentage here, same 39% for both teams. The Raiders, however, do shoot better from beyond the arc. We shoot 26% from three-point land, while Lapel stands in at 22%. We also shoot 246 of 378, which is good for 65% from the free throw line, while Lapel is at 58%. And then rebounding. Rebounding, obviously a key that I'll get into here in just a little bit. We average right around the same amount, 32 for us, 30 for Lapel. Just some important things I always like to take a look at, and key facets of the game that can always possibly choose the outcome of a game: rebounding, defense, and free throws. And then the rest will just I guess, essentially take care of itself as the game goes along. But really some key players to watch for here from Lapel's side of things. Kylie Rich, fascinating player there. 10.6 points per game, averages 3.6 rebounds, 2.8 assists. She's also the best three-point shooter on the team, coming in at 29% from beyond the arc, 30 of 103, and also shoots 72% from the free throw line, which is also the best on the team. Followed here by her, you have Morgan Knepp, a point guard here for the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. She averages also 10.6 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, also 4.2 assists and 3.3 steals. Essentially, I wouldn't necessarily say she's the complete player, but she can score, she can pass the ball, find an open girl. She can also grab a couple rebounds every now and again. And also from a field goal percentage, 46% overall, not too bad, 66%, which is second on the team in the free throws. And hopefully we won't have to, feel the wrath of the free throw department with some of these ladies, because in some of these games, I don't know what it is. You come into them, they're not shooting very good from the free throw line at all, but somehow you get into games like this, they start hitting everything. And that's one thing you cannot afford to happen, is get yourself in foul trouble, send them to the line, and then they start knocking down free throw after free throw. You don't want that to happen. So hopefully we sit down and defend the way we should, and hopefully make them earn every point that they get here this evening. A couple other players I'd really like to take a look at here now for Wapahani. Sydney Cook, man, I tell you what, you can't say enough about her. Averaging a double-double here on the season, 11.8 points per game, 10.7 rebounds, also 2 blocks. She's shooting 49% from the field and also 67% from the free throw line, which is third on the team. Following behind her, you got Carly Boggs, a very big threat here for any team to go up against. Carly averages 11.7 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, also 1.8 steals per game. 26% from beyond the arc. That is second best on the team, which we'll get to number 1 on the team in three-point percentage. But in the best category from the free throw line is Carly, 61 of 76, good for 80%. And then Madison Thompson, 11.5 points a game, 2.1 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 2.3 steals per game. She shoots 39% from downtown and 69% from the free throw line. And finally, another player I always like to take a look at here, Dayton Lee. She can be a big-time threat on the inside. Hopefully she can have a great game here tonight. Dayton averaging 8 points a game, 6.7 rebounds, and 2.3 assists, while shooting 39% from the field and 56% from the free throw line. So again, these are just some key players that you really want to take a look at here from Wapahani's standpoint, that have to have great games here tonight. If these ladies have a great game, I think we'll win. I really, really do. But, like I said, a lot can happen in a ball game. We've got to defend here this evening. First and foremost, we got to contest the three. I think, especially within the last 5 or 6 games here, our defense has started to kind of falter a little bit, especially from behind the three-point line. I think we've allowed teams to have too many three-point opportunities, giving them open shots, and I think that's in large part because of the defense that we've been playing as far as the 2-3 zone. I don't think it's worked quite as well, I'm sure, as that they would hope. And our 2 guards are sagging back a little bit more, and that's leaving things open. And and not only that, but if they're not taking a shot, then the guards are able to drive inside, create some space, and it opens everything else up around the perimeter where you can dump it down low. I don't know if we'll go with a zone again here tonight. I'm not the decision maker. I'm not the coach, so I don't know. But hopefully we'll see our guards, maybe play a little bit further up, even extend it up near the three-point line. I mean, you don't want a lot of space right there in the middle, but we're going to have to get out on these shooters. Either that or just go woman to woman, if you will, and play that kind of defense, because whatever we have been doing, I think we've struggled at times, and it's just it gave our opponents a lot more opportunities and a lot more open looks at the basket when that's nowhere close to what you want to happen. Also, rebounding. We're right there pretty close team average-wise, and rebounding we average 32, Lapel at 30. We've got to get the blockouts here tonight. We've got to keep them off the boards. And then on our offensive end, you want to look for second-chance opportunities. Obviously, not every shot's going to go in, but if we can make a good opportunity happen for ourselves and potentially put some extra points on the board by getting offensive rebounds, that's just an additive opportunity for us to hopefully execute on. And then finally here, the last two here, aggressive on offense. I'd like to see us not only, maybe settle for some better shots, but aggressively take the ball to the basket. I think sometimes we kind of shy away a little bit from that contact, but if you're going to take the ball inside, let's make sure we know what we're doing with the basketball here. Don't get all panicked and worried about, they're starting to crowd me a little bit and then end up throwing the ball away. Stay calm, stay within yourself, have composure, know what you're going to do with the basketball, and like I said, aggressively attack the basket. Work the ball down low or dribble it inside. Do something to keep the defense off balance. You don't want them knowing what you're going to do every possession you come down the floor. And then lastly, knock down your free throws. Like I said, we're shooting 65% from the free throw line. You want better from us here this evening. I know in recent games we've shot it very, very good overall from the free throw line. You want to see that here tonight. 80% or better is what we're looking at. If you can shoot 80% or better and then do all the rest of these other keys to the game, that's a recipe for success. That's a recipe for a victory. And that's what we're aiming for here this evening on a very big night of basketball here on the WHS Network. So, again, stay tuned in. We have more on our Raiders Live pregame coming up. Again, we have roughly about 6.5 minutes left of the pregame warm-ups, and then we'll have tonight's national anthem, and then starting lineups, tip-off, all that coming up live here on the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
When you need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Stop on in at Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Payne in the 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been serving the community for over 30 years. Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. Alrighty, welcome back again here, ladies and gentlemen, with the conclusion hour of our Raiders Live pregame again here this evening, presenting Senior Night 2019 on the WHS Network. Again, as I mentioned earlier, if you did not get to watch the Senior Night festivities, just make sure go back and watch it later on. Obviously, it's going to be on YouTube forever and ever, so you can go back and watch that whenever you choose to do so. But just a very special evening here for these ladies, and just to wrap things up, obviously every game's important. You want to win every game, no matter what team you're playing against, how good, how bad, how good or bad you are. You go out there every game with the mindset of you're going to win tonight. Tonight's the night. And obviously for these seniors, this is the last time they're going to play on this floor. I say that every year. The importance and the satisfaction that you can have in going out here and knowing that, you know what, I get to play in front of my friends, my family, the community one more time, I think, just gives you that extra energy, and hopefully will give you that extra energy throughout the entirety of the ball game, especially if things aren't going good at the moment. Dig deep, find that energy, understand the moment, and hopefully come out here and put a great game plan together and execute that game plan throughout the entirety of tonight's game. But I know these ladies are eager to get things going. It's going to be a tough matchup. Got to come out here, play the game the right way, and play it together, and hopefully we'll be able to get the win here tonight. So we're excited to get things going. Hopefully all of you are as well. We'll catch it all right here on the WHS Network. So, again, this has been our Raiders Live pregame. Make sure stay tuned in. We got the national anthem coming up, and then also tonight's starting lineups, and then the tip-off again between the 14-7 Lapel Lady Bulldogs and the 14-6 Wapahani Lady Raiders. We'll be back after this.
Remove your hats and join us in the Raider Band with the playing of our national anthem.
Alrighty, again, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Morvillius alongside you with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Here's tonight's starting lineups first for the Lapel Lady Bulldogs non-starters. Number 10, Kara Lutz. Number 21, Anna Willis. Number 23, Chloe Tucker. Number 25, Lexi Swanson. Number 35, Paige Rich. Number 40, Michaela McDole. Number 42, Ashlyn Allman. And number 45, Cameron Hickey. Now for the starters at one guard, number 11, Morgan Knapp. Starting at another guard, number 14, Kylie Ridge. At guard, number 30, McKinley Taylor. Starting at forward, number 32, Lily Daniels. And the other forward, number 33, Delaney Peoples. The Lady Bulldogs are coached by Zach Newby and assisted by Jimmy McDole. Now we'll take a look at the non-starters for your Wapahani Lady Raiders. Start off here with number 2, Lexi Wolf. Number 3, Aaliyah York. Also number 13, Layla Lee. Number 22, Lexi Hubbard. Number 24, Lexi Morrow. Number 30, Ashley England. Number 32, Trinity Brozier. And number 33, Jalen Willis. Now for the starting lineup. Starting at one guard, a 5'4" sophomore, number 11, Madison Thompson. Starting at 140, 5'9" senior, number 12, Dayton Lee. At another forward, a 5'10" senior, number 21, Sydney Cook. At guard, a 5'4" senior, number 23, Carly Boggs. And to round out the order, a 5'4" guard, a senior, number 44, Dawson Stevens. Again, the Lady Raiders coached by Mr. Scott Hudson, assisted by Lori Craycraft and Jackie Lancey. So, folks, again, that's tonight's starting lineups. Tip-off coming up. Again, a pretty nice crowd on hand here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium. We appreciate you all for spending some time with us here this evening. Again, senior night 2019, a big night here from Raider Gymnasium, and hopefully a successful evening of basketball here for your Wapahani Lady Raiders. We have Delaney Peoples for Lapel, Sydney Cook for Wapahani tipping things off. And the Raiders will start off with the first possession of the night. So up top here will be Madison Thompson. Screen set there by Lee. Thompson from downtown, and the Raiders are going to strike first. Burying the shot from downtown is Madison Thompson and gives the Raiders a 3-0 lead. Swung on over here, Knapp, now to Rich, back to Knapp once again. Now swung to number 30, McKinley Taylor. Three-pointer up, off the mark there. Cook corrals her first rebound of the night. And back come the Raiders the other way. Thompson here to top the key out near half court. There's Boggs on the right side. Lee with a screen. Now trying to pass it down low, but batted away. Now swung all the way back up top again here to Madison. Now Stevens on the left side. Cook with the screen. And the Raiders are going to throw that one out of bounds. First turnover of the evening here for the Lady Raiders. Knapp will swing on over here to Taylor. Now back up top. Now Rich on the left side. Three-pointer up. And three-pointer good. So Kylie Rich, again, the best three-point shooter on the team here for Lapel, coming in at 29% on the season. Stevens now up top here to Cook. Swung to Boggs. Trying to find Lee down low. Good ball movement here by the Lady Raiders. Thompson will finally find Boggs. Oh boy, a dangerous pass there. Got herself into some trouble, and we're going to have a jump ball that will have the possession of the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. So turnover number 2 here for the Raiders. In a 3-3 tie. Rich here on the left side, guarded there by Boggs. Now post feed inside, back out here to Taylor. She creates some space, wiggles her way in there for an open 2. So Taylor there with her first points tonight and gives the Bulldogs a 2-point lead. In the corner, Boggs pulls the trigger from downtown. No good. Cook with the rebound, back outside. Now Thompson. Nice pass there to Stevens and rolls off, no good. And a jump ball, possession arrow again favors the Lady Raiders this time around. So a pretty good start here from the rebounding department. A pair of offensive rebounds in that possession alone. We have to get the ball in there. Finally finds Cook. A little up and under, no good. Lee with the rebound and no good on the shot. And for heaven's sakes, I forgot to start the clock there for just a brief moment in time. All right, so Lee will head to the line, shooting 2. The foul called on number 33, Delaney Peoples. That's her first, team's first. And Lee will knock down the first one. So she gets her first point of the night. Makes the 5-4 affair. And a second one by Dayton will be up. And it will be good. Nicely done. So 2 for 2 are the Raiders, and Dayton Lee from the line here in the early stages of tonight's game. And a traveling violation called on the Lady Bulldogs. First turnover of the night here for Lapel. As Wapahani will head back the other direction here, tied at 5. With just a hair over 5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Lee is trying to grab a hold of the basketball there. An unfortunate turnover there for the Raiders. And a great job defensively by Madison Thompson to kind of throw off Morgan Knapp right there a little bit. Just getting a hand in there. Be able to get the basketball. And a three-pointer up and a three-pointer good. Madison Thompson strikes again from downtown to give Wapahani an 8-5 lead. Down low, get that on out of here, says Sydney Cook. Again, Sydney averages 2 blocks a game, so there's one. Rich with the inbound out here to Knapp. Now back into the corner. Rich down low, and that's going to be a takeaway by the Raiders. Second turnover now for the Bulldogs. Thompson going to slow things up again. Madison with a strong performance last Friday night. 33 points and a 3 overtime victory by Wapahani over Union City. So we keep trading turnovers back and forth. We turned it over for the 4th time. Now Lapel for the 3rd time. Got to stay calm and relaxed and make sure we're taking better care of the basketball here. Nearly another turnover to Boggs. 3-pointer up. Off the mark there. Lee with another rebound. Loses the handle on it a couple times. Now Stevens outside. Thompson again for 3. Rims out, no good. So close, but couldn't get it to fall. Rich now in the corner for long range, no good. And a foul from behind looks to be on Cook. We'll see in just a moment here. All right, so finally the call was made. Foul on Sydney Cook, her first, team's first. So we will see number 32, Lily Daniels, out the line for 2 shots. First one's up and no good. Again, we still have 3:25 to play here in the first quarter. The second one here from Daniels will be up and good. So first point of the night there for Daniels. Thompson swings it over here to Boggs, looking to take it inside. And that's going to be another Raider turnover. 5 of them now here in the first quarter. Again, Wapahani, we averaged 13.5 a game. Lapel averages 16.6 turnovers a game. So we better start taking better care of the basketball here, paying a little bit better attention to detail. So double screen, Cook. He's trying to post up down low now. Boggs with a handoff back to Thompson. Into the corner, Stevens finds Lee. Cook now down low, trying to go up strong, now back out. Thompson for 3 again from downtown. Money is Madison Thompson. 9 points now on the night, 9 of the Raiders' 11. Great defense there from Cook, allowing a couple of offensive rebounds there by Lily Daniels, so she will head back to the line again. But again, that's just simply getting the block out, getting the butt into her, and getting the rebound. As she climbs over you, it's going to be an over-the-back foul called on her, not you. So the foul there was on Carly Boggs. That's her first, team's second. Second free throw by Daniels, up and off the front iron, rolled offside, no good. So another rebound here for Dayton Lee. Now 4 of them already here in the first quarter. Cook on the right side, takes it in, finds Stevens. Tries to get the ball taken away from her, off the mark with a shot. And then gets her own rebound and then fouled on the play. So great hustle there from Dawson. As the foul's going to be on number 32, Lily Daniels, her first. Team's second. As we'll see number 35, Paige Rich, now in here for the first time of the night for the Lady Bulldogs. Thompson swings it to Lee. Into the corner, Boggs back up top to Thompson once again. Boggs gets around her defender, shots up, no good, but you love the aggressiveness there. Stevens again with the heart and hustle. 3rd rebound now of the night for Dawson. That's great stuff right there. Good for her. Into the corner, Boggs for 3. Yes, making it rain from downtown. Carly Boggs with her first 3 of the night gives the Raiders now an 8-point advantage. As we near that 1-minute mark left to play here in the opening quarter, Peoples here in the corner. Dribbles, finds a shot for 2, no good. Stevens now with rebound number 4. I would slow things up here a little bit. Might as well go ahead and hold for the last shot of the quarter. This has been a very productive quarter of basketball here for the Raiders. Again, aside from the 5 turnovers, this has been a very, very good opening quarter for the Lady Raiders. So you have a reach-in foul here on number 33, Delaney Peoples. That will be her first, her second, team's 3rd. We will see number 21, Anna Willis, now in the ball game for Lapel. So again, no reason to be in any kind of rush. You're up by 8 points. You want to end this quarter on a high note here. We've already done a very, very good job here so far. But no reason to rush things. No reason to put yourself in a bad situation. Let's just settle for a good shot here, and hopefully we can put some more points on the board. Post feed inside. Lee up for 2, no good. Cook with the rebound, no good on that one. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So a great first quarter basketball here by the Lady Raiders. You love watching them out here, obviously getting the shots, knocking them down, getting the little, the hustle points. some big-time rebounds. We end up having 11 first-quarter rebounds here. That is getting it done on both the offensive and defensive side of the basketball. 14-6, Raiders lead it after one. We'll be back after this break. Folks, welcome back here to the B. Joseph Davis game break. Again, your Wapahani Lady Raiders lead the Lapel Lady Bulldogs by a score of 14-6 after one quarter. So we'll get back after it here. We appreciate you all for joining us here this evening for Lady Raider basketball here, Senior Night 2019, as we celebrate our seniors Carly Boggs, Dayton Lee, Dawson Stevens, Sydney Cook, and Katie Zeiger. And that will end up in a turnover again for the Bulldogs. Their fifth turnover now of the evening. Got some fresh legs out there now on the floor. Lexi Morrow and Lexi Wolf seeing their first action of the evening. Morrow finds Wolf. Nice little crossover right there, breaking some ankles, if you will. Wolf back to Thompson. Double screen here. Thompson with the read. Hands it off to Wolf. She'll take it in, dumps it down low to Cook. I don't know, somehow got a shot off right there as she was falling to the floor. Knepp drives all around her defenders there, and we're going to have a reach-in foul called on Wapahani. And this is going to be on number 11, Madison Thompson. That will be her first, team's third. Knepp back into the corner here to Rich. Knepp drags it back up top again. Back outside, Rich for three, and nails that one from downtown. Her second three of the night now, 6 points here for Kylie Rich. And gets the Lady Bulldogs back here within 5. Thompson swings on over here. Wolf looking for a moment to drive there, but nothing to go for here. Thompson finds Cook in the corner. Shots up by Cook, no good. Rebounded there by number 35, Paige Rich. And here come the Lady Bulldogs back the other way. Dumped inside, Rich back here to Knepp. Little shot fake action now back into the corner here to Taylor. Taylor with a shot for two and knocks it down. So now we're starting to see Lapel pick it up on the defensive end as we're going to have a reach-in foul called on number 30, McKinley Taylor. That will be now her second. Pardon me, that is her first. Team's fourth. See Dayton Lee also back in here for Wapahani. Boggs back up top here. Thompson is looking to find Wolf there on the screen, and now a timeout will be taken here by Wapahani. This will be their first charged timeout here of the evening. A 5-0 run here by Lapel to open up this second quarter. We'll see what the Raiders can solve here out of the timeout. We'll be back after this break. Alrighty, folks, again back at the timeout here. Wapahani with a 14-11 lead here with 5:25 to play here in the first half. Again, there'll be Lady Raider basketball coming out of the timeout. So we'll see what we can gather here. Again, a 5-0 run put together here by the Lady Bulldogs to open up this second quarter. So not a whole lot of movement here. You come out of the timeout, obviously you have a designed play to go with. Thompson in the corner. Boggs now for three. No good. And gets her own rebound. Very close there. And it's going to be out of bounds off the Bulldogs. Thompson takes it in. Nice aggressiveness there. Rolls right off the rim and out of bounds off of the Raiders. So as I just said, you love the aggressiveness there from Madison. Just unfortunately, shot didn't go in. So maybe next time around. Up top here to Knepp. And deflected away. Another turnover. Here's Boggs going coast to coast. She'll be fouled here on the play. And the foul's going to be on number 14, Kylie Rich. Her first, team's fifth. So Boggs at the charity stripe here for a pair. Get the Raiders their first points here in the second quarter. That one's up and good. So 4 points now for Carly. And Sydney Cook will return to action here for Alexi Morrow. So some productive minutes there by Morrow here in the second quarter. Second one's up and good as well. Nicely done there by Carly. Again, coming into tonight's game, Carly Boggs shooting 80% from the line this season. And Taylor just maneuvers around everybody right there for an open two. That's something that can't happen. She got in there way too easily, but angled her way right through the defense for an open layup. Thompson finds Boggs on the right side, and another reach-in foul called here on the Lady Bulldogs. We'll see who this is going to be on. It's going to be on number 11, Morgan Knepp. That's her first, team sixth. And bound it all the way out here to Lexi Wolf, and then back with a handoff here to Thompson. Let's see what design play they come up with next. Wolf takes it right inside, misses the layup, no good for two. And now a reach-in foul called, looks to be on Wolf. And actually, no, it's going to be on number 12, Dayton Lee. So that will be her first, team's fourth.
Hey, Rich. Aaron from Lapel.
So again, Lapel, a little bit of a hot stretch here for themselves. Hopefully defensively, the Raiders can start clamping down here once again like they did in the first quarter. And start maybe continue to create some turnovers here, defend shots a little bit better. Another aggressive take there to the basket there by McKinley Taylor. 8 points now for her, and all of them have been, at least 6 of her 8 points, so 3 shots, have just been layup shots. Okay, so they're saying that the shot does not count, or that the basket does not count, because the ball went on top of the basketball goal. But here's the thing, I always thought that the ball could go on top of the basketball goal as long as it doesn't hit the seat belt. Which, strangely enough, but there is a seat belt, literally coming down from the rafters that holds the basketball goal together to the rafters, so obviously it doesn't fall. But as long as it doesn't hit the seat belt, then you're all good. At least that was always my interpretation.
Number 21, Sydney Cook, her second.
Or I guess also in the same token, if the ball bounces on the rim, goes over the basketball goal, then that's also out of bounds. But I never thought that if the ball hit on top of the backboard, never touched anything else, then it was fair game. So both of those free throws made there by Peoples to give the Bulldogs a lead there. That foul, again, called on Sydney Cook. That was her second, team's fifth. Off the mark there. Now a reach-in foul called on Lexi Morrow. So now we're going back to the, I guess, I wouldn't necessarily say carelessness play of basketball, but I guess in one way, yes, we are being a little bit careless here. We're not settling for good shots. Defense, we're going to have to start cranking it up here on the defensive end again. I wouldn't necessarily say we've pushed the relax button yet, but things definitely aren't what they were in that first quarter. And another three-point basket, McKinley Taylor. Which I have to say, this is quite surprising here. Taylor, again, only averaging 9 points a game. Now Boggs from downtown. She will say, anything you can do, I can do better. Boggs strikes here from downtown to give her 8 points. But as I was mentioning, Taylor only averages 9 points a game, already has 11 here in the first half. So the Raiders are going to have to tame her a little bit here and hopefully get back to a level playing field, so to speak. So first rebound of the night there for Lexi Wolf. Lee with the screen, finds Boggs here on the right side. Now Morrow screens Boggs. And back out to Thompson as we'll reset the offense. Again, 1:14 to play here in the first half. Boggs takes it in, dumps it back out. Wide open, Thompson for three. Again, Madison from downtown. 12 points now on the night, all of them coming from long range. And the Raiders have a 2-point advantage. Knapp up top takes it inside. That's a travel, for heaven's sakes. Oh, my goodness gracious. I guess we're watching the NBA. All righty. That's very unfortunate there, but a foul called on Madison Thompson. I'm assuming, maybe not. Oh, no, pardon me, that was actually on Dayton Lee. So Lee will pick up her second, team's seventh. So now the Bulldogs in the bonus. The second free throw here by Peoples will be up and good. Subbing back in for the Lady Bulldogs will be number 32, Lily Daniels. Again, she'll come in here with 48 seconds to play here in the first half. Wapahani with a 22-21 lead. Thompson crosses half court here, and I don't know if we'll hold for the last shot of the quarter or not. Doesn't really look like it. Hand off there to Boggs again. I like a little bit more just holding for the last shot because things like that can happen. So we turn it over, and then Lapel gives it right back to us. Again, I guess we are still in the giving season. Christmas was last month, but hey, we'll take it anyway. Okay, so I would just hold the ball out near half court. No reason to get overly excited here. You got now under 20 seconds to play with. Nearly turned it over right there. And then we did again. For heaven's sakes. Thompson from nearly half court and off the mark there. So not the way you want to end this first half. You have two turnovers right there in the last two possessions of the half. And then Lapel ends up scoring off of one of those. Very unfortunate, but hey, you're only down by 1 point. We'll go from here in the third quarter, but we'll step aside here for a break, and we'll be back here with our B. Joseph Davis. Game break at the half after this. Alrighty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Brandon Morvillius alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Beard McCoy. Back here with the B. Joseph Davis game break at the half. Again, the Lapel Lady Bulldogs lead your Wapahani Lady Raiders 23-22 here at the half. Not quite the way you want to end this first half here for your Wapahani. A little frustrating, at least from my standpoint. You know, you had a 1 point lead. You had roughly 40 seconds or so to go. That's where, you know, you just play, you know, your basketball IQ, and that is just simply hold the ball. Hold the ball, hold it for the last shot. If the defense comes out and forces your hand, you know, then so be it. Dribble around, but dribble it with confidence. Make sure you're making clean passes here and not getting yourself into too much trouble. Unfortunately, that's not what we did. We got ourselves in trouble. We turned the ball over the last two times, or the last two possessions of the first half. And, yeah, that was just not the way you want to end things, especially the way overall, you know, we had a very good first half, and that just kind of ended on a sour note, if you ask me. You know, and I'm sure they would probably say the same thing. And I'm not trying to be mean by saying that, but goodness gracious, you know, you have a first half like that, then you end it not the right way. And so, you know, I guess, you know, the good thing is you're only down by one. No reason to, you know, get overly dramatic here. You just got to come back out here in the second half and continue, you know, matching the energy level that you brought here in the first half. I thought overall we definitely brought the energy. We moved the ball fairly well. There's some times where, again, you know, you have 7 first half turnovers. I think we should have done a much better job. You know, you have 2 turnovers right there within the last 35-40 seconds of the half. You know, so essentially you take those 2 away, what shouldn't have ever happened, and you only have 5. You know, so yeah, we probably should take slightly better care of the basketball. Not overall, it's not too bad, but the less turnovers, the better. But just got to be confident with the basketball, know where you're going. You know, I talk about that all the time, the importance of dribbling the ball with a purpose, you know, and you know, knowing where you're going, why you're doing it, and hopefully everyone else picks up on what you're doing as well. You're not just dribbling the ball around just to dribble the ball. You dribble with a purpose. Go with whatever design play that you're running and run it the right way. So overall, like I said, I'm not trying to bash anybody or nothing like that. It was just very frustrating to see after the first half that we did have, you ended on a sour note like that. But you come back out here in the second half. Hopefully we can put together some great offensive possessions here, because overall, you look at it here, Madison Thompson leading the way. You got her with 12 points, 4 3-pointers. You have Carly Boggs here also with 8 points, coming 6 of those coming from beyond the arc. Also, you have Dayton Lee with 2 points. Sydney Cook is yet to get on the board, but she does have 3 rebounds. Has got some nice hustle plays here as well. Dawson Stevens has 4 rebounds. She had some big-time hustle plays there in the first quarter, so that was great to see her do that. Lexi Wolf also has a rebound. So you got to have everybody contributing, and that's what we have here tonight. So like I said, overall, very good first half. We're 4-4 from the free throw line. You just got to continue to be aggressive. And I think we've seen that a little bit. We did get ourselves into a little bit of trouble with the turnovers when we would dribble the ball a little bit carelessly and not knowing what to do. But overall, you still love the aggressiveness. We're taking it in. If the shot's not there, we're dumping it down low to Cook or to Lee, or we're sending it back outside either to Thompson or Boggs. So we're overall, I think we're moving the ball well, and we have good shot selection. Now it's just, I think, playing a little bit better defense. Really in that second quarter, Lapel essentially kind of had their way with us a little bit. They was, just kind of finagling their way inside, getting some layups. They had a couple of open shots on the outside, but for the most part, defense I thought was pretty good. Just had a couple of instances there where, maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 instances where we allowed them, more importantly, McKinley Taylor to be specific. She was just able to get inside way too easily. You've really got to cut off that post. Make sure, it's Loctite in there. Nobody gets in, and if they are in there, then nobody's getting out, and no one's going to be knocking down any shots. So we've got to kind of put the hammer down, making sure that people aren't getting inside so easily and getting, layup opportunities where it's essentially uncontested. Really, other than that, we're doing our job. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We're getting good shots. We're knocking them down for the most part. Just got to take a little bit better care of the basketball, continue to be aggressive, get to the free throw line, and defend, and we'll be all right. I think rebounding, we've done a good job of rebounding. I think we ended up having right around 13 or 14 rebounds here in the first half. 11 of those, though, were in the first quarter. It's obviously not the best job of rebounding in the second quarter, but Lapel started knocking more of the shots down too, so there wasn't as many opportunities in the second quarter than what there was in the first. So just got to keep playing hard, sticking together, and making great things happen for us here in the second half, and we'll see what happens from there. But overall, very good first half of basketball here on the WHS Network. Here's Lapel leads Wapahani 23-22 at the half. We'll step aside, and we'll be back here with the second half live on the WHS Network. Alrighty, welcome back, folks. Again, as we start this second half, again, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, live here on the WHS Network. Again, with Senior Night 2019 here for Lady Raider basketball. And as Lapel leads things coming out here in the second half, 23-22. Again, just a nice evening of basketball here, and great evening to celebrate our seniors Dawson Stevens, Dayton Lee, Sydney Cook, Carly Boggs, and Katie Zeiger. And Cook off the mark there, gets her own rebound. Now back outside to Lexi Wolf. And now traveling violation called on the Raiders. First turnover here in the second half, now 8 for the ball game. Again, we forced Lapel in the 7 first half turnovers. So again, as I mentioned there during the halftime report, overall solid defense. Could have been a little bit better with the post defense on the inside there, but most importantly there in the second quarter. But overall, pretty good, pretty solid effort defensively here for the Lady Raiders there in the first half. As we have a foul called here on Lady Raider number 23, Carly Boggs. That will be her second, team's first of the half. So we will see number 33, Delaney Peoples, at the charity stripe here for 2 shots. First free throw attempt will be up and just barely nips the front iron. Second free throw attempt by Peoples will be up. And no good. A battle for the basketball. Oh boy, nearly popped up in the air right there. But Lee will corral the rebound there for her 5th one of the night. Thompson motored down court. Boggs, a little shot fake, now back outside to Cook as she'll take it in. And we have a reach-in foul called on Lapel. So the foul will be called on number 32, Lily Daniels. That will be her second, team's first of the half. And bounded to Cook. She'll take it inside. Shots up, no good. Lee corrals the rebound, no good again. Now to Boggs. Shots up, no good. And now Wolf with the rebound. So 3 opportunities here for the Lady Raiders. Boggs, post feed down low. Cook looking to go to work. Back outside. And Boggs is going to reset things. Back over here to Lexi Wolf. Lee with the screen. Dumps it over here to the left side. Cross-court pass, and that's going to be a turnover. Little things like that can cost you big time. Knepp gets her own rebound. Now back out to Rich for long range. No good. Lee with the rebound. Here comes Thompson, motoring down floor into the corner to Wolf. Cook takes it inside. Back out, now to Boggs. And she'll get called with a traveling violation. So Dawson Stevens now back in. She will come in here for Lexi Wolf. Rich swings it to Knepp, now to Taylor on the left wing. Daniels, look at the ball movement there. Knepp from long range, no good there. Battle for the rebound, and we're going to have a shooting foul called on Wapahani. We'll wait to see who this one's going to be on. And it's going to be on Carly Boggs, so that will now be her 3rd, team 2nd of the half. So McKinley Taylor at the line, shooting 2. And again, that's just simply not blocking out and rebounding right there. Got to do a little bit better job right there in that possession. We just got done doing it on our offensive possession with collecting 3 offensive rebounds. Now we just got to keep them off the boards on the defensive end. That is almost more important than getting offensive rebounds, in my opinion. Just from the simple standpoint, you're not giving your opponent extra opportunities. Thompson swings it on over here to Bongs. That is Cook with the screen. Now Stevens will find Bongs once again. Back to Thompson once again here with 4:36 to play here in the third. Thompson steps back, three-pointer up, rims out no good. Cook with the rebound and the putback. Nicely done right there. So Cook with her 5th rebound of the night and also her first points of the game. Very surprising. Coming in here at 11.8 points a game, nearly 12, and averaging nearly 11 rebounds. She's nearly right on track with that. And getting the second block of the night is Sydney Cook. Again, averaging 2 blocks a game. Stevens shot, no good there. Rebounded by Rich. She'll be off and running. Oh, for goodness sakes. A foul called there on Sydney Cook. Very unfortunate there. She'll pick up her third, team's third. And Rich will now go to the line, shooting 2. And so the first one's no good. So Lexi Wolf back in the Raider lineup. Also, we will see number 35, Paige Rich, back in for Lapel. As we'll knock down the second one of 2 right there. It's Kylie Rich, now 9 points for her on the night, and a 2-point advantage for the Lady Bulldogs here with 3:40 to play here in the third quarter. Thompson finds Wolf over to the right side to Stevens, and traveling violation called. Put a few more seconds back up on the clock here. That's the little things, folks. The little things. Talk about it all the time, how the little things of the game are so important to pay attention to. And Taylor from downtown, wide open right there. Luckily missed the shot, and another rebound here for Dawson Stevens. Gives her 5 on the night. Outside here, Stevens for 3. No good there. Thompson with a rebound. Can't get the putback to go. And a foul called here on Lady Bulldog, number 30, McKinley Taylor. That's her second, team second of the half. As Lexi Morrow and Carly Boggs will come back in here for Wapahani. I think it was Carly, I'm not sure. It's either that or Dayton, one of the two. Outside here, Boggs for 3 in the corner. Yes! Yes! Heck yes! Boggs strikes for her third 3 of the night, gives her 11 points, and the Raiders with a 1-point lead. Taylor back out to Knapp. Got away with a travel there, and underneath on the foul looks to be on Lexi Morrow. And indeed it will be. So Morrow will now pick up her second, team's 4th of the half. And at the line, we'll see number 32, Lily Daniels. So the first free throw will be up and good to tie the game at 27. Sydney Cook back in here for Morrow, and now Ashley England will see her first action tonight. Second free throw by Daniels will be up and good. Also back in for Lapel, number 33, Delaney Peoples. So again, another 1-point lead for Lapel. Obviously not nearly as quite the high-scoring game as it was the other night there for the Lady Raiders. Putting up 87 points. Now, granted, that was in 3 overtimes. So hopefully we don't go that distance tonight. Hopefully we can just take care of business in regulation. Thompson with a handoff. We're going to have a reach-in foul called on Lapel, number 11, Morgan Knapp, her second. team's third. And bounded out here to Madison Thompson. Cook with a screen, hands it off here to England. Takes the shot for two. Look at that, getting the finger roll to go. I guess that was more of a runner, not a finger roll, but hey, shot went in, that's all that matters. Swung back over here to Rich. She'll find Knepp back here at the top of the key. Now to number 35, Paige Rich. Takes it in there, meets Cook on the inside. Too much reaching in right there as Knepp will get the bucket to go. Now a 30-29 lead, minute and a half to play. Wolf takes it in and won't get the layup to go. Nice design play right there by Wapahani. Rich swings it up top to Peoples. Now into the corner, Taylor. Knepp here on the right side. Guarded heavily there by Ashley England. Now back outside Peoples. Back over to Rich. Three-pointer up. And no good. Paige Rich with the rebound. And now a holding call on the defense. That's going to be on number 12, Dayton Lee. So now she'll pick up her third, team's fifth. So now we currently have Dayton Lee, Sydney Cook, and Curly Boggs with 3 fouls apiece. Morrow back in for Cook. Cook double teamed in the corner, or Cook double teamed, pardon me, that was Peoples. That was double teamed in the corner. So put another second back up on the clock here. And that's going to be double dribble called on the Lady Bulldogs. So a crucial turnover there for him as Cook will re-enter the game for Morrow. So a little offense to defense. And right here, I'm holding for the last shot. I don't care what anybody says. I'm holding for the last shot of the quarter. Play with confidence. Take control of the basketball here. And hopefully great things will happen. Outside here to England. And no good on the shot, but fouled on the play. So the foul on number 33, Delaney Peoples, will be her third. Team's fourth. So we will have Ashley England at the line shooting two. And the first one will be up and good. Got the friendly bounce to go. So England now with 3 points on the night. We'll see Stevens and Morrow back in for the Lady Raiders. And also we'll see number 32, Lily Daniels, back in here for the Lady Bulldogs. Again, 13 seconds to go. Second free throw by England, up and good. Gives the Raiders a 1 point lead. Knapp over to Rich, back up top. And a near takeaway. Back to Rich here near the corner. Knapp will take a deep three and off the mark. And that will be the end of the third quarter. So Wapahani retakes the lead, 31-30 after 3 quarters of play. We'll step aside, and we'll be back here with the fourth, again live on the WHS Network.
When you need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back here to the B. Joseph Davis game break as we get things going here with the start of the fourth quarter. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. Tom Cherry Mufflers, located at 321 West 8th Street in Muncie, Indiana. Tom Cherry Mufflers has taken care of your exhaust, brakes, shocks, struts, and mufflers since 1946. So again, if you have any issues there, need them to take a look at your vehicle, stop on in there at Tom Cherry Mufflers. No appointment needed. They'll hear you coming. So as we enter the fourth quarter, Wapahani here with a 1-point lead. And a loose ball there. Cook comes up with the rebound. Pretty good third quarter of basketball here for us. Looking for an even better fourth. Boggs. A little too much air underneath that one. Just looking for that arch three there. Back outside. Now here's Taylor back over to Knapp. Willis looking to drive there, finds Rich, a wide open three. Misses the shot. Cook corrals another rebound, number 7 on the night here for her. And Thompson will take charge of this offense once again and set something up here for us. Takes it inside, now back out here to Cook, or Boggs rather. Cook here at the free throw line, turns around, little shot fake, shots up and good. Nicely done right there. And really what I like the most about that is, you know, she is throwing in the shot fakes, keeping her opponent on the defensive end guessing a little bit. She don't know if she's going to go for the shot or not. And, you know, just keeps her off balance. So obviously she plays away from her a little bit more, gives her a little bit more room, and is able to put up the shot there for 2, as we'll see number 33, Delaney Peoples, back into the Lady Bulldogs lineup. Third turnover here in the second half for Lapel, gives them 10 for the ball game. Wapahani here with 11 for the game. Dump down low, and as soon as I guess I'll take blame for that one. I was talking about turnovers, and we turned it over ourselves. We hadn't done that for a few minutes, so or actually rather probably about 4 or 5 minutes. So I'll take the blame on that one. The broadcasting jinx didn't work too good for us. There's Cook. Will collect rebound number 8. England now to Cook at the free throw line. Shot fake, back outside. Thompson three-pointer up and splash! Thompson strikes for her 5th 3 of the night. 15 points, and the Raiders here with a 6-point lead. Neff will find Daniels in the corner. Shots up, nothing but air. But a rebound and the putback. Oh, goodness sakes. So Taylor will head to the line for one more. The foul is on, foul's on number 23, Carly Boggs. That's her 4th, team 6th. That's a little bit of a momentum killer right there. So Lee with the rebound. Guess it could have been worse. She could have hit that free throw right there, but still, nevertheless, got the rebound, had a wide open look underneath. And a takeaway thrown into the hands there of Knapp, and she's going to be fouled before the shot. So the foul number 30, Ashley England, her first, team 7th. So now the Lady Bulldogs in the bonus for the rest of the ball game. Lexi Wolf back in action. First one's up and good. I just recognize, and I guess the button that should have put 2 more points up on the board for Lapel was not on there, so apologize there to the Lady Bulldogs, but we'll have a timeout taken here by Lapel. This is their first charged timeout of the evening. Both teams still with 4 timeouts each here with 5 minutes to play. And again, we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, this is our B. Joseph Davis game break. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership owned by Randy Stoops. They're located at 4055 West Clare Lane in Muncie, Indiana. Stoops has a wide variety of brand new and pre-owned vehicles of quality brand names. So if you have an interest in a vehicle, would like to know more information about one, you can contact Stoops at 765-288-1903 and visit their online website at stoopsauto.com. Again, their hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. They're also open Saturday from 8 to 4. So again, a special thanks to Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC dealership. Stoops is driven to be the best. Also, special thanks there to University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Greg, along with the rest of his talented dentistry crew, look to solving your unrecognized dental needs with a viable patient experience, outstanding treatment, and at cutting-edge dentistry. Again, that is University Avenue Dental, located at 800 West University Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Greatly appreciate Greg Pyle and his dentistry office there for sponsoring us once again this season. And a reach-in foul called on the Bulldogs will be on number 11, Morgan Knepp. So that will be her 3rd, team's 5th. So a 2-point lead here for Wapahani. Inbounded out here to Madison Thompson. Wolf here on the left side. Lee with the screen. Nice screen right there. And you know, right there when the first screen happened there by Lee, as we have a traveling violation there on the Lady Raiders, Lexi Wolf was coming off that screen. She had probably like a 5 to 6 foot difference between her and the defender. I mean, I don't know exactly necessarily what the design play is. I know usually you try to stick to the design play. But if you have a wide open shot, I would like to think you would take it if the shot is there. And speaking of which, Kylie Rich from downtown, 7 unanswered by the Lady Bulldogs. It was down 36-30 and now lead it by 1. And now a timeout will be taken here by the Lady Raiders. Again, we'll go ahead and stick right here during the timeout. But again, I mean, I don't know. You know, maybe, you know, I guess if it's not in the design play, you know, you don't want to just take the first shot you see. I understand, but she was pretty wide open right there. I don't know. I would have probably had to have pulled the trigger from long range or step inside the line just a hair. But if you got shot, I'm one of those guys, I guess, that's I mean, yeah, you want to work the ball around, you know, take some time off the clock, and I understand all that. But, hey, if you got a good shot right there, if you can put, you know, some more points up on the board, it's all about confidence. You know, the majority of this stuff is more mental than it is anything else anyway. But, hey, if you have an open shot, you got to be able to be confident enough to take the shot. And, you know, and making sure you're just having confidence in general, whether that be, you know, handling the basketball, shooting the basketball, whatever it may be. So we're going to see what Wapahani can come up with. You come out of the timeout here, you're down by 1 point. Lapel's on a 7-0 run. Things have got to come to a halt here. Obviously, we've still done a overall pretty good job here on the defensive end. Boggs will be fouled. Or no, actually she will not be fouled. There's going to be a traveling violation. All right. Okay, well that's very unfortunate there for Wapahani. Goodness. Taylor here on the right side dumps it down low, and that's going to be a takeaway. Nice hands there by Lee. Thompson for 2, no good. Tons of contact. Thought there might have been a foul call, but no call there. England. Oh, for goodness sakes. Alrighty, so England will pick up her second. Team's eighth. Peoples out the line here for one more. Free throws up, off the front iron, no good. Boggs with a rebound. Gives her 4 now on the night. England drives right around her defenders. Hip checker and everything, and no foul called. Alrighty then. So the foul called on number 12, Dayton Lee, now her 4th, team's 9th. So the first one up and good for Kylie Rich. Again, the next foul on the Lady Raiders will be team foul number 10, so it'll be an automatic 2 shots for Lapel. And off with the second one there. I guess that's what you get from pulling your players out from the free throw line. That could have been an offensive rebound for Lapel, but hey, we'll take it. So Thompson gets the rebound there, her second of the night. And now a foul called on the Lady Bulldogs. This will be on number 11, Morgan Knapp, so that will now be her 4th. Team 6th. And Thompson at the line, shooting 2. And the first one will be up and good here for Madison. 16 points now on the night here for Madison Mad Dog Thompson. Second free throw attempt will be up, and it will be good. Nicely done. So we tied it up here at 40. 17 now on the night here for Madison. Now we've just got to defend. All starts here on the defensive end. Get stops on the defensive end, and then translate that into some points on the offensive end, and a three-pointer wide open again. At some point in time, we're going to have to get out of that zone. So now 18 points here for McKinley Taylor. Again, a young lady that averages 9 points a game, so nearly doubling her season average here this evening. But I guess, if you're wide open, that's the way things go here, unfortunately. So a timeout taken here by the Lady Raiders. This will be their 3rd charge timeout of the evening. 43-40 Lapel leads. We'll be back right after this break. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back on the timeout. A 43-40 Lady Bulldog lead here with 2.5 to play in regulation. Wapahani basketball coming out of the break. Lee with the screen. Thompson will find Boggs. Nice little shot fake there. Now outside, Wolf from 3, no good. Kind of rushed the shot a little bit there. The defender got in her face quick, fast, and in a hurry. Nice hands there from Thompson. Back over here to Taylor. Back now to Knapp. Ritchie on the right side. She's wide open for days. A three-point shooter leading the team in overall percentage. Not exactly the person I'd probably leave wide open. And again, you got to watch the fouls here. You have Boggs and Lee with 4 fouls apiece. You have Cook with 3. And now a reach-in foul called here on Cook. So that will now be her fourth. And so now that will send Lapel into the double bonus. Might be an instance, too, where you might have to start bringing in some other girls just to play defense, to where they can foul them instead of sending, maybe your quote-unquote your starting five out there to play defense and then having them pick up the fouls. Maybe, intertwine, mix girls in, offense for defense, and go from there, because if not, they're going to foul us out of the game, and then they end up getting the offensive rebound. They miss both free throws and then get the offensive board. And now a timeout taken. Put a few more seconds back up on the clock. Timeout taken here by Lapel. So we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, we'll be back at it on Thursday night. We'll be traveling to Shenandoah with your Wapahani Lady Raiders. Again, Thursday night. It'll be the regular season finale, an MEC conference game that is very, very important. And so make sure, I doubt that we'll be live for that on Thursday night. I don't know 100%, but I would say more than likely we will not be, just from previous experience. Again, that can change. They might provide internet there. It's hard to say, but I guess we'll know more once we get there. So just a little piece of information so all of you know, coming up on Thursday night. But until then, we still are right in this game here. We're only down by 3. Again, you have Boggs, Cook, and Lee with 4 fouls apiece. So foul called finally here. It's going to be on number 2, Lexi Wolf. So that will be her first. So that will send to the line Morgan Knapp. So again, first and foremost, obviously there's nobody to block out, but I would just be pretending to block out anyway, because we left them with a offensive rebound the last time at the line. See what happens here. Shots up and good. So knocking both of them down. That offensive rebound we gave up really put a little bit of a dampener on things here. Boggs outside here to Thompson. Wolf at the top of the key. Takes it right inside for the open layup. So Wolf takes advantage of a breakdown defensively. Gets her first points of the night, and we will stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, the timeout taken here by Wapahani. So again, this will be our B. Joseph Davis game break. Again, the Raiders down by 3. Again, I know you got to have your best players in there, so to speak, quote unquote best players, but we're going to have to foul more than likely. If we don't steal the inbound, I would look to foul early. So then it gives you more possessions towards the end here. You don't have a whole lot of time to play with them. You still have 43 seconds. But I would, if it was me personally, maybe sub in 1 or 2 other girls just to play defense. That's it. And if you end up having to foul, make sure one of them fouls. Making sure that we keep Boggs and Lee and Cook from committing that 5th foul. Inbounded there to Knapp, and now a foul here on Madison Thompson, so that will now be her second. So again, that will send Knapp to the line for 2 shots. Again, coming into tonight's game, Morgan Knapp, 41 of 62, 66% free throw shooter. Not horrible, not great, but not horrible. So these are two very big free throws right here for Knepp. And the first one will be up and good. I tell you what, right now it really all came down to that offensive rebound that they got. They missed the two free throws. The ball got tipped back out somehow, and then they end up getting the offensive board. Thompson for three, no good there, and we're going to have a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Lapel. So, you take away the offensive rebound by Lapel, we get the ball back, down by 3. From there, anything can happen. Maybe you get a 2-point bucket. Maybe you hit a 3. Maybe a turnover. It's hard to say. But you got to give yourself a chance, and it all starts by rebounding the basketball. So the foul this time on Thompson. Again, now her third. You have McKinley Taylor at the charity stripe for 2 shots. Again, a 56% free throw shooter coming into tonight's game. $19 points now for her. Again, usually a season average of 9 points a game. Misses the free throw. We've got to be quick here. Not much time to waste. Boggs from way downtown. No good there. Another loose ball, and how in the world can you call a timeout when nobody has full possession of the basketball? Nobody had full possession of the basketball right there. So how in the world can you call a timeout? Oh, boy, that is not good at all. Not good at all. But, hey, I'm not the judge and the jury about things here. That's very hard to believe for me. Not quite understanding of that, but there's things all the time, I guess, that you don't understand in life. That was definitely one of them, that's for sure. Nevertheless, Lapel now with 2 timeouts left. Wapahani with 1. You have, I guess, actually now 15 seconds left. I stopped the clock a little too early. So 15 seconds left to play. The Raiders down by 6. Inbounded to Taylor, now to Knepp. And, man, that was a near tackle down there along the baseline. So the foul will be called on Dayton Lee, so that will now be her 5th. So that's going to be the end of the road there for Dayton. Very good game here for herself. Finished up with 2 points and 9 rebounds tonight. So congratulations there to Dayton. Very successful high school career out here playing on this floor. Still got plenty left, though, I'll tell you that much. Still got one more regular season game and then a hopeful deep postseason run. Second free throw here by Taylor will be up and no good. Boggs over to England. She'll take the 3. Off the mark there. And that's going to be it, folks. Final score here this evening. The Lapel Lady Bulldogs defeat your Wapahani Lady Raiders 49-42. We'll step aside for a break, and we'll be back here with the post-game report. Raiders Live right after this.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best.
All righty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, again to our Raiders Live post-game report live here on the WHS Network. Again, we appreciate you all for joining us here this evening for Lady Raider basketball here for Senior Night 2019. Unfortunately, Wapahani couldn't get the job done here tonight. A tough ball game, close ball game throughout the night. Highly competitive, lots of energy. Just unfortunately, Wapahani just came up a little bit short here in the end. And really, in my estimation anyway, I think the biggest turning point for us in this game there in the fourth quarter, it was 43-40. Lapel was up. They shot 2 free throws, missed both of them. And then the offensive rebound by Lapel got them the ball back and then sent them back to the line again. And then they started executing left and right from the free throw line. I don't think they might have missed maybe 2 or 3 down the stretch after that. But just very unfortunate for us, because we was right there in it. I mean, we was in it the whole entire way. Had to lead multiple times. They had to lead multiple times. Just a tough way, especially for the seniors, to lose on your final game on your home floor. But got to just get back after it tomorrow in practice and get prepared for Thursday night's big conference game at Shenandoah. So just got to have a short memory. Continue to get back after it, get better, and look forward towards Thursday night's game at Shenandoah. Overall final line score here for your Wapahani Lady Raiders individually here. Wapahani was led by Madison Thompson here tonight. Had a team-high 17 points, 2 rebounds, had 5 threes, making it rain from downtown, goodness sake. So a big 17 points there from Madison. Carly Boggs finished up with 11 points, 4 rebounds, followed by Ashley England with 6 points, 1 rebound. Also here, Sydney Cook, 4 points, 8 rebounds. Dayton Lee, 2 points, 9 rebounds. Lexi Wolf, 2 points, 2 rebounds. And finally here, Dawson Stevens, 0 points, but 5 rebounds. Had a couple shot opportunities there, didn't go in. But, man, I'd tell you, it was good to see her out there on the court tonight. Really contributed a lot. Got 5 big rebounds, some hustle plays as well. 8 of 8 from the free throw line overall here for Wapahani, 100% from the charity stripe. We did have 15 turnovers. That was, like I said, I think down the stretch a little bit of our problem. We was being a little bit careless with the basketball. But overall, I think we did a pretty good job for the most part. It was just different key times and, key situations when it would happen. But that wasn't necessarily a huge issue. It was just, little things here and there. Rebounding, I thought we really did a good job of here this evening. I thought we put a great effort up on the boards here this evening, and that's what you need every single game. You look out here, we had 31 rebounds, which is basically right at our season average. We averaged 32 rebounds a game, so we did our job on the boards at times. There were some other times where, we left some opportunities out there, especially on the defensive end. I think, we might have allowed them a couple of too many opportunities for Lapel on the offensive end to get some offensive rebounds that they end up able to capitalize off of with second chance points. But still, I think overall we did a good job on the boards. Did a good job offensively with, settling for good shots. Other than a little bit of sloppiness at time with the basketball, I thought we played good. Just in the end, it wasn't in the cards for us, and that's what you just got to roll with here. You got to roll with the punches, get back after it tomorrow, and get prepared to play Thursday night again at Shenandoah. Again, we'll be traveling with the team on Thursday night. I doubt that we'll be live. We'll definitely try to be. I'm not 100% sure. I know, just like I said earlier, in previous years when we've been over there, we haven't been able to broadcast live. So just a heads up going into Thursday night's game. And we do want to end the broadcast on this note right here. To these 5 seniors, Katie Zeiger, Dayton Lee, Carly Boggs, Sydney Cook, and Dawson Stevens, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you for allowing us to broadcast your games for these last 4 years. I know Katie, has been on board here as the manager for the last couple of years. It's been a joy to see her each and every single ball game and doing what she does, taking care of her teammates and her friends as well. And, she really puts a lot of hard work in, Katie does. So we appreciate her. We appreciate the players. And we want to wish them best of luck, And like I said earlier, I know from watching these ladies play basketball through the years, it's unfortunate to see your senior year end, as far as at home, in that way. But gosh, they've accomplished a lot through the 4 years out here, and not only on the court, but in the classroom, on the field, out on the track, whatever it might be, with other things that they're in out in the community. That's where it really counts the most, folks. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, sports is great, and it's great to be in multiple things and to keep your kids busy. But at the end of the day, it's building character and making sure that you are an asset to the community and everything else that goes along with it. And these ladies have definitely done their job, and all, going back to the proper and great parenting from all you fine folks out there that are the parents of these children. It just says a lot. So we want to wish them the best of luck and all of not only in Thursday's game, but throughout the season here. There's a lot to be played. There's no reason to throw in a towel, say, the season's over with. There's still a lot to fight for, and hopefully they're up for the challenge. But we're looking forward to it. We appreciate you all for joining us. We want to again thank all of our sponsors here this evening. Again, we'll be back at it Thursday night, Lady Raider basketball from Shenandoah. Also Friday night, homecoming for the 2019 year. Right out here from Raider Gymnasium, a big boys game Friday night against the Delta Eagles. We're looking to pay them back a little bit here, folks. So we need you out here. We need you out here packing the stands. Come Friday night for homecoming, big game, Delta Eagles. Really don't need to say much more than that. come out here, pack the stands. You can watch the game on here live. You can also go back home and watch it later on. But we want you out here. So, again, we're looking forward to that Thursday and Friday night of Lady Raider basketball and then Raider basketball Friday evening. So, again, we appreciate you for joining us. I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. We'll see you Thursday night right back here on the WHS Network. Have a great night, folks.